What's up, guys? Oh, you couldn't hear the intro. It's alright. Okay, so, anyways, yes, welcome back to the podcast. And today, first of all, sorry if you hear any thunder outside. Kind of thundering outside. But, anyways, yeah. We're here. The video. Yeah. We are very much here. Plan of attack, predictions, no prediction for today, there's no games today, so yeah. We'll review yesterday's NHL game, and we'll preview tomorrow's NHL and USHL games. Update tomorrow's fantasy team for the NHL, then draft talk. That's it. But yeah, before we do that, yeah. All my social medias, X+, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all that much more. My Spotify, my Twitch Discord, my Discord, my website. Let's see what else is down in the description. My American football channel, my baseball channel, my basketball channel, my Spotify, my website, all that much more. My Facebook group is about 5.3 thousand USHL fans. Another Facebook group called Chase 45,000 Big Fight Saints fans. A paragraph and a half of who I am on this podcast. Another paragraph, I'd contact me if you have any comments, questions, concerns about this podcast. All that much more is in the description of this podcast. Check it out if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you like this podcast. Follow on Spotify, same thing. Like this episode if you like this episode in particular. Like and Spotify, same thing. And turn on post notifications to YouTube channel for I know every time I go live and upload a video on this channel. So, yeah. No predictions to review because there's no games. So, let's get into this one here. And, this one was an interesting one. Game 7, Panthers-Leafs. Here we go. We'll just talk about it. Seth Jones gets a 2-1 rush and pots at home. Third goal of the postseason by Rodriguez and Barkov. 3:15 in second period. About 4 minutes later, Anton Lundell, fourth goal of the postseason by E2 Lushranen and Brad Marchand. 7:18 in second period, and then Jonas Gajakovic, second goal of the postseason by Greer and Seth Jones, 9:39 second period. Max-Domi, third goal of the postseason by McMahon, 2:07 third period, brings some hope for Toronto. And then E2 Lushranen, third goal of the postseason by Marchand, about 45 seconds later, 4-1 Panthers. Bill Reinhardt, fourth goal of the postseason by Barkov, 9:24 in the third period, 5-1. Panthers is none other, of course, Marchand, third goal of the postseason, and the empty net for Lushranen. With 3:03 left in the game. Ice is the cap of the Leaf season. 19 saves and 20 shots against Sergei Bobrovsky. Panthers dominate the Leafs in Game 7. Leafs in the combined last two home games, they lost a combined 11-2. In those games combined, Game 7, Panthers win. Panthers, Hurricanes, conference finals. And then Stars, Oilers, conference finals as well. So, Leafs. If you look at the Panthers, back-to-back Eastern Conference Finals, have a chance to go back to the Cup for the third straight season. Yeah, this team's been dominant. They're going to be here for a little while, but for the Leafs, here's the thing. There's no more excuses. This is the best team that they've had in the Austin Matthews era, in the past 9 seasons. This is the best team they had, and it was round 2, the furthest they went. It's kind of crazy. And then, I think for the off season, first thing first, I think Marner go. I think you let Marner go. No one, at least this guy takes like an 8-year, $11.5 million contract. You don't sign him. If he wants $12 million or more, you let him go, okay? And which he's gonna want like $13 million. So, yeah. I think you need to re-sign Matthew Knight. He's like a 23-year-old power forward, 6'4" or whatever, and would score big-time goals. Just score goals, top 6. He's phenomenal. Re-sign that guy immediately. And then second step, I think if John Tavares is willing to get take a hometown discount, which is very possible. And he's willing to sign for like a 4-year, $5 million contract. Sign him up for the next 4 seasons. A reasonable contract for a top 5 second line center in the league. Top 5 number 2 center in the league. Only $5 million for the majority of the career that he's going to be playing left. Sign him up. So you got JT, you got Nylander, you got Matthews to head into the next season. You got a decor with that blocks had like the most block shots this postseason so far, and a top 3 goaltending team in the league. Now, what do you do with the Marner money? You go sign like two $6 million players, get a couple of stars that will perform in the playoffs, get some big time playoff performers. You got superstars in the Lander, Tavares, and Matthews. You got all these star players and the two players that you're signing for agency, and then obviously players like Domi, Pacioretty that also been stepping up in the playoffs. You got a phenomenal decor that had like 30 plus blocks a game. You have a very physical team, second full season on the Craig Berube, very defensive minded team, and a top 3 goaltending team in the league with goaltending playoff experience. You've got it all. You do. I mean that. I think that's the team. I think the only concern to the team, they still don't have a number one defenseman. I mean, you and people that are saying they're gonna move off of Matthews, they can't. I mean, Matthews' trade value is at an all-time low right now. You don't trade somebody like that. You don't trade Matthews when his value is at an all-time low because he was hurt this entire season. It was like his worst season to date, and he performed like crap in the playoffs. So you don't trade him right now. Riley's making too much money. He's making like $7 million. Making too much money. Nobody's taking that contract. And Nylander, you're just not moving off of. Simply. So you're not moving off of Riley, Matthews, Nylander. Those guys are staying. So yeah, I mean that's your team. There you go. Marner's gone. Assuming JT's willing to take a hometown discount, re-sign him for like a 4-year, $5 million contract, something like that. Bring him back. Re-sign Matthew Nyes, and then sign a couple of like $5 to $6 million players, and then there you go. That's your new Leafs team. It's not. I mean, the only thing that's different is you don't have Mitch Marner and you signed a couple of other like $6 million players. There's a change, and everything else is the same. So yeah. Tomorrow's game that we're gonna preview: Panthers Hurricanes. Here we go. Panthers and the Hurricanes, game 1. Hurricanes coming off first round. They smoked the Devils in the 5 games in the first round. Second round, they completely shut down the Capitals. Nobody on the Capitals, not a single player in the Capitals had more than 2 points this series. Completely shut down the Capitals and like completely shut them down. So they're the Panthers, who in the first round dismantled the Lightning in 5 games. Second round, they've had their struggle. They lost the first 2 games to the Leafs, won the next 2 games versus the Leafs. Lost, won game 5, won 3 straight games. Lost in Florida in game 6, and then took care, smacked the Leafs in game 7. Defending Stanley Cup champions, most experience in the world. And I think this series also comes into effect because I think if the Hurricanes lose this series because of their forward core, I think it's a very, very strong possibility that they sign Marner this offseason because they want a superstar player that can produce big time moments. Has Marner been doing that? Not really, but if he can do, he's just a superstar at the end of the day, a 100+ point player. So maybe that's the type of player that they want, since they don't have him right now. If they lose because of that, but if they don't, if they win this series and go on to the Stanley Cup final, especially if they win the Stanley Cup final, I think the likelihood of signing Marner goes down. So yeah, I mean it depends what the Hurricanes do. The likelihood of them signing Marner could go up or down depending on what they do. So yeah, I mean it's a big series, obviously conference finals, but yeah, that too. So yeah, yeah. I mean that's interesting. Okay, hold up. I'm just gonna add something. I think on Thursday we do like Marner talk kind of thing. We have free agency talk. No, we'll say free agency talk till after the season's over. We'll just talk about like where Marner could go, what reasonable stuff. Just on Thursday, we'll just talk about that. I think that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. What also would make sense is if I get going here. Okay. Blank screen. We're gonna open up the Let's View app. We're gonna update the fantasy team. Here we go. Opening up on my phone now. Show screen. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So, yeah, okay. Claim pack. First thing, it's going to claim the pack. Daily pack. I need some coins. As I said yesterday, when I collect packs, you could collect coins until the first elimination game of the Stanley Cup Final, because I don't know if this app is going to go on after the playoffs. I'm not sure. So we're going to spend until the first elimination game of the Stanley Cup Final, and then we're spending all the coins. 50 coins, that's not bad. So I have 520 coins currently, so we're going to have like thousands of coins by that time. So Tuesday, let's lock it in. I think Panthers win. Bit of an upset. I know Hurricanes are technically favored tomorrow because it's in Carolina, but give me the Panthers. I'm going to put Stanky at center. At D, we're going to put Mikula. Right wing, put Samoskevich. Oh my god. E2 Listerine at the flex. And that's it. I don't have a left. Oh yeah, I do. He's not going to give me any points. He's day to day, but Janilowski, I guess. Janilowski, put him there. We don't have a left defenseman. We don't have a second defenseman, and that's it. Everything else is filled up. Save lineup. There you go, locked in for tomorrow. The team, Panthers. Center, E2 Listerine. Your center is Logan Stankoven. Defenseman is Nico Mikula. Don't have my second one. Right wing, Samoskevich. Left wing, Janilowski. Center, E2 Listerine. That's not a set. Well, he's a center card, but flex position is that. Okay. Indeed. Oops. Let me click that. Okay, we're good. Again, sorry if you hear thunder outside my phone. My mic picks up a lot of stuff, bro. I'm not gonna lie. My computer mic picks up a lot of stuff. Alright. Draft prospects. Here we go. Matthew Schaefer. So, I don't know when the draft is. Let me ask you real quick. When is the NHL draft? Here you go. 2025 NHL entry draft is from Friday, June 27th to, so the 27th is the first round, I think, and then the 28th is the rest. No, it's the 27th and the 28th, okay? So Matthew Schaefer is supposed to go for is like number one right now, North American skater from the NHL Central rankings. Matthew Schaefer, 6'2" defenseman, 183 pounds, played for the OHL Erie Otters, and he's so shifty. He's so good. He plays physical as well. He puts up massive point totals, and he's just so good. He was the best Canadian player when it came to the World Juniors in his couple of games that he played before he got hurt. So, yeah, I think he should go number one to the Islanders, in my opinion. Number two is Michael Misa. He put up like 153 points in like 57 games, something like that, and for the Saginaw Spear, the OHL. And by the way, I just started getting in the CHL literally like 3 days ago. I started following it. I picked my team, and it's actually Saginaw Spirit because it's closest to where I live. So, I mean, yeah. So, Saginaw Spirit, go Spirit, I guess. Yeah. Misa's the only one that I know is on the team right now. That's pretty embarrassing because I just started to get into the CHL, but we're learning. But yeah, Michael Misa, absolutely ridiculous. He's 6'1". He's not that small. 6'1", 184 pounds. He's definitely not small. He's great. He's really, really good. And I think this guy could be something. He could be a first-line center in the NHL one day. He could be a solid 80. He could be a 90-point first-line center in the NHL. I could see that. Number 3 right now is actually James Haggins, 5'10", 177. He's a bit of a smaller forward, but he's very, very good playmaking, very good vision, very good skating, very good the ability to make plays out of nothing. He's developing his shot really well, and he's just really turning into an elite offensive player right now. He could be a first-line center for sure. Number 4 is actually Jake O'Brien, 6'2", 172 pounds. I really liked him out of the OHL Brentford. Yeah, he's been really good. And then we got Rada Marchka, 6'5", 202 pounds, 6'5" defenseman. Seattle Thunderbird out of the WHL. He's huge, dude. He's physical. He's huge. He's willing to lay the body. He's somebody you definitely want on your decor. And then we got Porter Martone, 6'3", 208 pounds. He's a power forward, fast power forward. He's good shot, good playmaking. He's really well rounded, but he definitely has his concerns when it comes to skating. Caleb Darnay, 6'2", 278 pounds. He's currently the leading point scorer in the QMJHL playoffs right now. He's going off right now. His Moncton Wildcats just won the QMJHL championship earlier today. So, yeah, shout out to him. Oops, sorry about that. Anyways, 8, Roger McQueen, 6'5", 197 pounds. He's big guy. He's not afraid to hit somebody. I'm really interested to see how he does. And then 9 is Kashawn Aitchison, we say that, 6'2", 296 pounds, out of Barry Colts, out of OHL. He's really impressive too. And number 10 is Carter Bear, 6 foot, 179 pound left wing, Everett Silvertip of the WHL. Very impressive of him too. And then we got players down the line here: Brady Martin, Logan Hensler out of Wisconsin, Jackson Smith, Landon, I think. Lakovich, Jack Nisbet, if you say that, Justin Carbono, Malcolm Spence, Brandon Coots, Sasha Boumedini, yeah, I would say that, Henry Bershowitz, oh my gosh, Colin Potter, Cameron Reed, William Horkoff, Cole Rashini, Blake Fiddler, Mason West, Riker Lee of Madison, William Moore, Team USA, Jack Merker, we say that, Team USA, Cole McKinney out of USA, Bill Zonin, Shane Vizani, Ivan Rabakin from Muskegon, also Vakoslav Nashville from Muskegon. He's had phenomenal playoffs, though. I mean, yeah, really, yeah. Before we go here, we're going to look at draft order. We're going to look at the draft order. I just said draft order. They probably have no clue I'm talking about the NHL. Oh, the second result was NFL. Your NHL. The first and third result was NFL, but NHL was second result. Tankathon. Shout out Tankathon. So here's the draft order. Okay. Islanders, they should draft Matthew Schaefer. San Jose, they prefer to have Matthew Schaefer drop to them because they need the number one defense. Sam Dickinson, I'm pretty sure I got the most points in the OHL this season. Very impressive from him, by the way. But they prefer to have Matthew Schaefer. But if Matthew Schaefer does get picked by the Islanders, they'll gladly take Michael Misa's second overall. Assuming that Michael Misa and Matthew Schaefer are gone from the Islanders and the Sharks, respectively. Number 3 from the Blackhawks. This is coming from a Blackhawks fan. Not that that's necessarily relevant, but I just want to say I'm a Blackhawks fan. I think that the Blackhawks should pick up James Hagens. I think James Hagens, the way he's developing, his playmaking ability, his vision, his passing, how skilled he is, his puck handling, he's just great. I'm really impressed at how the game's developing. He did have a bit of an okay college this season, but he showed so much flashes, and he's just so skilled that I think he complement Bedard really well. His playmaking ability and Bedard's, what is that? Connor Bedard's sniping and just overall ridiculously good shot. Them together will blend beautifully. I think if James Hagens can develop to his full potential, he can be a 90 to 90 point first line center playing with Bedard in the future and just lighting it up with Bedard on the Chicago first line. And then Utah, I could even see them picking Porter Martone. I'm not going to lie to you. I think that would work really well. But yeah, I mean, we'll see who falls to them for sure. But I mean, it's possible. But yeah, that's going to do it. That's going to do it for today's podcast episode. I hope you enjoyed it. It gives you night, evening, afternoon, morning, whatever time you're watching. It's got to share if you haven't already. Let's if you haven't already. Following in, like, in Spotify, same thing. Turn on post notifications, share if you haven't already. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed episode 8 of season 11, the draft talk. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for episode 9 of season 11, when we review the 2024 Stanley Cup playoffs. So yeah, I'll see you guys when we do that tomorrow. Peace.